We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wonderlust. We're in Admiralty Park. It's a Sunday afternoon and it is a beautiful day.
It is, really sunny.
Millie's been here once before with the kids quite a long time ago, probably 2 years ago now.
Yeah, a really long time ago. We were searching for new play parks and there's a really good one just up here with lots and lots of fun slides. But
we've decided to take on the Heritage Trail today. There's a lot for us to see. There is, well, for me the highlight will be the War Memorial at Kranji, which I'm very excited about, and there's some good food along the way too.
Sounds great.
Should we get going?
Let's go.
Whee! We hardly ever spend any time in the north here, like at Woodlands, but it's lovely. My first impressions of this park are that it's incredibly well planted, it's beautiful and green, as a lot of Singapore is. I love this amphitheatre behind me. Often when we go to parks, there is a place a bit like this, but I have no idea what performances happen in places like this. I wonder if you know, if you've been to any of these, or if you know where we can find out, do let us know, because it would be cool to be able to come along here one time in the evening and check it all out. I don't know if you can hear the cicadas in the background, but it's the sound that I wish we had at like our condo where we live, but they do all the fogging and stuff to stop the mosquitoes, and I understand that's a bit of a necessity to make sure that people don't get hit with dengue and whatever, but yeah, I do love that sound. It's great. It's very loud over here as well.
I love the sound of the rustling in the trees, like the leaves, the really tall ones rubbing on each other. They just sound really, really nice. And again, they've got the cicadas that Jonty said, but for me, it's the leaves rustling in the trees that I really, really like.
This is, in my opinion, what leaves rustling like that sounds like.
Oh, hey, sunny day, isn't it?
Yeah. There's some trash over there and it should be in the bin, not in the water, because it'll kill the animals, and the animals will and then black. So odd.
What's odd?
This, like, it's sticking up. Maybe it's for ants to go inside then get the nectar, but all of them don't have it.
The pathways has changed to being like a bit more rocky and a bit more stony, which is really nice. This place has definitely got a bit more of a natural feel to it. It hasn't been as well manicured as many of the other end parks, and it gives a really, really lovely jungly feeling to it, because it's quieter as well, which helps, and there's like moss on the ground, and here the stones underfoot just feel really, really nice. I was conflicted at one point when I first started walking around end parks when we first moved back here 3 years ago. It was really, really tricky because a lot of the floors are boarded or paved, and I used to get a little bit frustrated because I loved walking through the woods in the UK. And then I found out that they pave it all for a couple of reasons. One is to make sure that people stay along pathways and not trampling through nature and through the homes of animals, which is a lovely, lovely idea. And then the other one is also to make sure that some of the boardwalks are raised a little bit to have to minimise the amount of snakes and other creepy crawlies that will end up onto the boardwalk, so it keeps everybody safe. So I have gone from feeling like I really did not like having pathways to being really, really appreciative of them.
My favourite season is autumn or fall, and I quite like that, the fall, the leaves falling down, but autumn, walking through leaves is like one of my favourite things to do. And Milo and I like to play this game that before we get to a leaf we decide whether it's going to be super crispy or not, and then we step on it, and we're always really happy if it's like a super crispy noise, or if it's not then we're a little bit disappointed. But it's easy to play this game around here today because, like Jonty said, it's less kind of swept, like the leaves are just left to fall. And I know in a lot of end parks they sweep the leaves and collect them like they do at the Botanic Gardens, and they put them around the bottom of the plants again so that it can all break down and then give the goodness back into the earth, which is a great idea. But it's nice here that you can just walk along and find some super crunchy leaves.
I got a stick with a leaf on it.
I just spotted something really cool. Come with me. Over here are loads of trees, saplings, I guess, that are being grown in these big tubs. Singapore, I was being a bit cautious. Yesterday I was walking at Thompson Nature Park and saw some snakes that were just hanging out in the trees that I only just caught a glimpse of, so I'm super cautious today. From 2020 to 2030, Singapore is planning on planting 1 million trees across the island, and this is a absolutely staggering feat. Yet I always wondered, where are they planting these trees? Where are they growing them before they plant them? And maybe this is it. There are literally hundreds. So these are rows of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh my goodness, it goes on for miles. There's at least 300 to 500 trees that are growing here at the moment in these little tubs, and I'm pretty sure these will be ones that are taken from here and planted all around the island. All good? Yeah. You're being filmed. Hi! You might recognise Qixin from my channel. Qixin's one of our very, very good family friends who's joining us for today.
It's nice.
The Admiralty End Park walk is short but sweet, really lovely, and we're back out next to the road, following along the Heritage Trail. We followed the maps loads of times before we moved down the Heritage Trail, so we'll put the details below so you can have a look if you want to follow it. There's 3 different ones, and we're kind of doing a mix of 2 of them today, like hopping on and off the trail to see different things. So we're going to the second one, which I've forgotten what it is, but we'll explain in a bit.
So you can see behind me there is an old naval block that was built in the 1950s, or it was in use from the 1950s until 1997, and it is kind of having some work on it at the moment, which is cool, and so we can't go in and have a little look. But one of the things I just realised was I've been up this road so many times to get to the Woodlands North train station, which is just up there, but I only spotted it as I came around. I've never ever registered what that was. Over the road behind you is a prison, which was accommodation blocks for policemen. Again, back in the 1950s, has since become a prison, is now no longer in use. Everything's boarded up and not being used anymore.
I found a saka seed near the saka tree.
The kids and I were trailing behind, picking up saga seeds, little red seeds that we like to collect. So more to go in our pot, and then Jonty just messaged me and said that there's an ice cream uncle, so hurry up, and the kids zoomed ahead. That's one way of getting the kids to go pretty fast, just to tell them that there's ice cream on the way.
Ice cream sandwich. I've already had a bite, but it's a really, really warm day, and so it's really nice to be able to just chill with this for a bit. We've just arrived at Woodlands waterfront park. We're going to go out onto the jetty and just check that out before we make our way a bit further down towards Kranji. The former naval post had a number of mooring bollards that stretched across the 400-metre long jetty, and I took a moment to imagine this area in its heyday, with servicemen preparing their boats and equipment. As you can see just behind me, that is Johor Bahru, that's Malaysia over there, and really close. We're saying it looks so close we could even swim over there, but I don't have my passport and it's not waterproof. We are going to move quite quickly because, as you can see, the sun is getting lower. It's going to be setting soon. We're going to be making our way over to the Kranji War Memorial real soon. We need to walk in that direction and catch a bus as well.
restaurant on this jetty that the kids and I have stopped at before and had really good waffles, and Jonty and I actually came here when we filmed some of his music video, so we've eaten there as well. Their fried rice is really, really good, and it's nice that on a Sunday evening, like, it's pretty packed, which is nice, walking out with the family, walk along here, go and grab some food before you head back home. We usually get up and go out on a Saturday morning when we go exploring and looking for things to do, so that we end up having lunch at a good time. But it's really nice actually coming out in the evening. It's nearly 6 o'clock now and the temperature is just dropping. The sun on the water looks really nice. It's a great time to come out and just wander around without the heat on you. It's been super, super hot lately. So this is nice to come and do some exploring when it's a little bit cooler. Not much, but a little bit cooler. It is Singapore after all.
War memorials not open.
I was just checking out, checking our route, and Kranji War Memorial is not open until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Genuinely sad, trying to hide my sadness in happiness, but I can't. I think I'm gonna have to go back and sort it out and maybe do a separate video just on the Kranji War Memorial for you all in the next few weeks. So I'm very sorry it's not going to be on this episode, but just looking at the wonderful little map that routes.gov.sg gives us, which is where all of the, I think, 80 different heritage trails are. We'll continue along this park connector, which is really nice. As the sun starts to set, which will probably be in the next half hour, we will go to, there's a mosque en route to the food centre where we're going to have dinner, and then there's a couple of temples that we want to check out as well. We'll see what the light is like and what the time is like, but we're going to go and have a little look at all of that before making our way back home. So there's still plenty more for us to look forward to, for you to look forward to too. The smell of low tide is just reminding me of being like on the coast in France at low tide. It's funny how low tide smells the same wherever you are, which part of the globe. But this is lovely. We've got sunset happening over Johor Bahru, over the other side of the causeway. We are walking along this stretch of road that we've never walked along. And you can hear the water kind of lapping up against the side, and the sun is just beautifully bouncing off the water, and we're having a really, really lovely time. Now that I've processed the loss of not being able to see the Kranji War Memorial today, I'm feeling okay and looking forward to a hearty dinner. I'm really glad Qixin's here. He's a good friend and a good guy, and life is always better with good friends, eh? Yeah, it's gone down. And that was really cool. We just Milo spotted an eagle in the sky and we watched it for a little bit, and then it just suddenly swooped down really quickly, grabbed the fish out of the water and has gone to roost and have some dinner and have pass it on to its kids maybe and the chicks.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Really cool.
It makes me feel like we need to have our dinner soon.
Yeah.
We are so close to Malaysia that my phone just welcomed us there.
So we were walking along the park connector along the side of the sea towards the causeway, and we saw loads of people looking over the barrier, and we thought they were just looking at a load of birds, and as we got a bit closer there's a huge monitor lizard that is eating a catfish. Not sure whether it caught the catfish or not, but it's dragging it around, chewing on it. It's pretty cool to watch. Aspen is like, wow, this is like real life nature show, and it's really, really awesome to watch.
Through the eyepiece and then just point at everything.
So the monitor lizard, it was walking to the water, and the birds were like, "No, my food!" And then the monitor lizard was like, "Yay, my food!" And then the birds were like, "Wow, no more food." Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, that's cool.
Birds are like, "No, my food."
That's awesome.
And then he's like,
So
"Hooray,
cool,
hooray, I get to eat my food."
After watching that monitor lizard have such a lovely dinner, it's our turn. We have got about a 15-minute walk to head in that direction. Now that we had a chance just to stand there for about 10 minutes and just watch that whole thing play out, it feels good. I don't feel like I've missed out on too much, missing the war memorial today. So yeah, we're gonna go find some dinner. I'm in the mood for a very ice cold sugarcane. I think that'll be exactly what I need.
Yeah, do the honours. Is it crunchy? No.
Oh, that bit was good.
What do you think? Good one or not?
That's enough medium.
Medium.
Hurry,
Oh, that's a good one. Some pretty good crunchy leaves back there. We're now kind of at the bottom. Muscling Road, HDB's at the bottom. I can smell everybody's dinner being cooked, so I'm hoping that we're not too far away from the food centre because I'm hungry.
That was a really cool little neighbourhood. There was a seafood restaurant there which looked really nice too. We just passed just a local hawker centre, which, to be honest, I was really tempted to stop off and eat. The smell of bak kut teh was amazing. Could smell the peppery soup. It was wonderful.
It's a bit too hot for soup.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, we know where we're headed as well, and there is a stop on the Heritage Trail which we want to stop off at, which is the Marceling Lane Food Centre, and that's where we're headed. It's not very far away, probably another 5-minute walk, and we're there. It looks like it might be closed, but we're hoping it's just the market side that's closed, and further in there's some food that's open. But we did walk past that hawker centre that we talked about, so worst case scenario, we've got somewhere we can go. Let's hope the usual business is
There is a wet market here. You can still smell the smell of the fish from the day's sales. Yeah, that's all closed. Up ahead we can see lights and smell something slightly more appealing than the smell of dead wet fish.
This hawker centre has been serving Marceling since 1975. Everything's closed except for 2 stalls. So guess where we're going to eat? At one of the 2 stalls. We might as well eat here while we're here. I love that this is still here. 1975 is like 35, 45, 50. Oh my goodness, my math has been terrible. Nearly 50 years ago, and I love the fact that it is still here, still serving the community, and we just get the chance to support what they're doing here too.
So our adventures today haven't quite turned out to plan, and I think the route that we took wasn't quite as obvious, but you know what, it's actually been really nice walking along like a new area that we've never been to, which for us, having exploring for like 3 years almost now, it'll be 3 years in July, it's been really cool to find somewhere that we actually haven't been to, and this has a very different vibe around here. A lot more local to some of the places we've been to, which is nice. I like it, exploring these different HDB and community areas. I've just seen John T. and Milo go back in the other direction. I'm hoping they can get a sugar cane. I'm so hot and so thirsty.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Tastes good. The rice is also good. The egg is also tasty and it's very greasy.
uncle was just telling me he works the weekends for his parents' store. They've been here since 1975 when they started.
Oh, that's cool.
And they've been through all of this, and he has a day job. He comes here some evenings and at the weekends to help work it out. He's really, really friendly and just a really kind person. I love that about Hawkers. It's one of the things that I think adds to the UNESCO vibe. It's not just the quality of the food, which is amazing. It is just the heart behind everything here too, and that makes me very happy and makes me think that there's a long, long future still for the hawker scene in Singapore.
I just pinched a piece of crispy belly pork from Jonty's bowl. Shh, don't tell him. Oh, it is just so, so good.
I'm having this, but with a little bit of black pepper and egg.
So I got the braised belly pork. It smells incredible. It's got like the little pickled vegetables, a boiled egg, some chili, loads of rice underneath, and it was $3.50, which is crazy, crazy. Yeah, I can cut it with my chopsticks and it just goes all the way through. It's like so, so soft. Oh. It just melts in your mouth like butter. Wow, that is incredible.
So the chef there is called Chef John C. He is like a legit chef here. He owns a load of restaurants as well. He's here helping his parents in his restaurant. He knows my cousin Jeremy Nui, who I think every chef in Singapore seems to know Jeremy. And I'm just going to try some of this and let you know how good it is. Just so you know, looking at it, it looks beautiful.
It looks pretty crispy.
Oh, that is good. This is a pork. I'm going to enjoy my dinner. I'm just going to tell you that pork is legit. You need to come and try it. We've had such a lovely day. I'm so full after eating that meal. It was so delicious.
Yeah, I suddenly feel very full and very tired all at the same time. Yeah, but it's been great today. Like,
despite it being very unsuccessful, actually, a very successful, unsuccessful heritage trail, where the main thing that we came out to do we didn't get to do, but we got a whole heap of extra stuff.
And it actually happened once before on a heritage trail. We didn't see the things we wanted to.
Topayo.
We couldn't find this tree, and then we were walking around, and then in the end we kind of just decided we'll find something else, and then a load of you guys thankfully told us that it was actually just around the corner. But anyway, we had a brilliant day doing that, and we've had a great day doing this. The monitor lizard was really cool. Like, Aspen was like, wow, this is like a nature show in real life. And yeah, like we wouldn't have seen that, and it's been really nice, and having our friend along with us today, like seeing these new places, it's been really good. And
I still have the opportunity to go to Kranji War Memorial again and show all of you the wonderful things that are there. That I'm looking forward to discovering in a more extended opportunity in the future.
Definitely, we've got loads of great episodes planned up. Like, I think
and some new features.
Yeah, we've got some new things coming up, which we'll tell you about later on. And so make sure you do subscribe, hit the bell so that you get the notifications so you don't miss anything. We're heading to the new bird park soon. So if you want to see that from the comfort of your own home, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that notification. And we appreciate all of your comments as always, so please do keep sending them our way.
See you soon.
Bye.